we just had a very close call. I just filmed the whole intro without the microphone being plugged in. That would have sent me. That would have absolutely sent me. But anyway, to repeat what I just said, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're really, really well, and I hope life is treating you okay at the moment. It is Saturday morning for me, and I am just getting ready to go out on date night. We are going for dinner and a movie. It's gonna be really nice. We're gonna go see Avatar in 4DX, and I'm really excited about it, but I need to get ready. And today's video is the first installment of using my Project 10 Pan products. If you don't know what Project 10 Pan is, I will link the video down below where I explain it and I talk about it in loads and loads of detail. So I'm not gonna ramble on at the beginning of every single video I do this, because it would just make the video really, really long. So if you wanna know what I'm talking about, watch that video first and then come back to this one. I'm gonna do at least 3 installments of this little series where all I'm using is the same 10 products, but using them in completely different ways and doing completely different looks, different vibes for different occasions, to hopefully encourage you guys to experiment with products you already own to create different looks, but also for me to be re-inspired by these products and remind me that you don't need new things all the time to make completely different looks. Without further ado, let's zoom you in and let's put some makeup on. Come on. Okay, so like I said, episode 1 is date night, but it's a cinema date, so I'm not gonna get really glam. It's gonna be definitely the more like daytime. It's a day date. A wearable look using these products. And yeah, I'm excited to get ready. I used them all last night and I did a look that I thought was really, really cool. I have my products here. So let's get cracking, baby. Let's get crack-a-lacking. I've already done all of my skincare, but I am quickly going to prime. This is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. There isn't a primer in my 10 pan, so things that there aren't in my 10 pan I am obviously just going to use for my collection, and those I will try to mix up because we need some variety somewhere, you know. I love this primer. It's really great for like keeping your makeup on. It's really hydrating, but it is nice and sticky. And it's also got really great skincare benefits in it as well, which is nice. I like it when my primer also is kind of mindful of your skin. And obviously, because I am in fact a broken record, my skin is extremely dry. So any hydration I can get at any stage in my makeup, I am all for. It also smells so nice. Oh, it's so like refreshing. Do you ever have it when you smell a product and it makes you feel thirsty? Like I'm now craving like orange squash or like a glass of orange juice because it smells so like fruity. It makes me thirsty. It's really weird. I wish I'd made myself a tea actually before I started filming. Oh well, I don't have that much time, so I don't have time. Oh, and if you're wondering where these earrings are from, because I know I'm gonna get comments, they are from ASOS. I got them in like April. It was quite a long time ago, sorry, but they may still be available. We're going in with the first product from Project 10 Pan, my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. And as you can see, yeah, there really isn't a whole lot in here. Our first, whoa, it's very intense. First product of 10 Pan, I'm pretty certain is gonna be this, because yeah, I'm really scraping the bottle. I filmed the 10 Pan like video, like the, oh my god, welcome to Project 10 Pan video, like 3 days ago, and I've worn it every day since. And in those 3 days we've made, excuse you, in those 3 days we've made a significant dent. The problem is all of the product is up the top here. So if you've got any suggestions, I've tried bending a Q-tip, you know, standing it this way, and I just can't get to that product. So that may actually just have to be it, like not getting it, which is annoying. If you watched my last 10 pan, I was pretty like, I wanted every single little bit to be gone, and it will annoy me if I feel like there's wasted product in here. But I honestly think, I honestly think that it may have to be that way. I can't get any more out. Really annoying. Tried everything. I want more product. Is it dead? I can't have finished the first product. I reckon I can get one more day, but I need it all to sink to the bottom. I've put an eyeshadow brush in to get the bottom of the product out. There's nothing at the bottom. Oh my god, I feel like I'm cleaning a water bottle. I'm really like, absolutely mullered that brush. I'm just gonna let it stand like this for the next couple of days, see if that product falls down. But if it doesn't, I finished my first product. But I feel like I want more. Like, I feel like that's not enough. Anyway, onto foundation. We, of course, are using the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Stromboli. So the system I kind of tend to go by with this foundation is like daytime 1 pump, evening 2 pumps, night out 3 pumps. Like, that's kind of how product-wise I find it works best, because the pumps are really small. So I'm gonna do, seeing as it's like date night, but during the day I'm gonna do 1.5 pumps. I can always go back for more if I want it, but my skin's pretty happy today. And I'm gonna buff it in with a brush. I love this foundation. Who's texting me? No one interesting. I'm really glad that I went for this foundation. If you are yet to try this foundation, I cannot recommend it enough. Because yeah, the reason I chose it for Project 10 Pan is because it works for any occasion you could possibly need to wear foundation for. You can make it so natural and sheer. A way I like to wear it is mixing it with this, but like on the back of my hand mixing it. It's just so easy and it blends so well, and their shades are amazing. It's just great. And that's just one really light layer. And I feel like for daytime, I'm gonna be sat in the dark most of the time anyway. It's like a really good amount of coverage for me. And it's just a beautiful finish. Beautiful, beautiful finish. The time has come to conceal, so I'm gonna use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Ginger, which is my Project 10 Pan concealer. This is my like blemish, redness covering concealer. I haven't got a 10 Pan under eye concealer because that changes day to day. Like, it really does depend the kind of look I want to go for. If I want to go like for a really bright under eye, some days I don't. Some days I would just use this as an under eye concealer. So I like to have a little bit of wiggle room with that. And I also have so many concealers that I kind of do need to use up because they go off. Base products, you do just want to use them up. And I'm blending that in using my beauty blender. I often get asked about my beauty blender. It is the Beauty Blender Pro, which is why it's black, but I don't know whether it's different. Like, I prefer it to the original Beauty Blender. I don't know whether they're made of something different or what, but I do just think it's more like spongy, the hair. And I don't know whether that's a placebo effect, like, because it's a different color, I think it's different. It's just my preferred one. If I'm gonna buy a beauty blender, I'll always get the black one. I also just think it looks nicer. Don't know. The pink, you can like see the stains, whereas the black one you can't. Recently, I've gotten back into using under eye correctors, and I love the Becca one, but that's discontinued. So I've been trying out different ones, and this one's the Charlotte Tilbury one. I love the packaging. It's so cute. It's just a baby version of the powder. So cute. This is the shade 1 Fair, and I've really liked it. I like it. It makes me feel like I use less concealer, because I just do a thin little layer of this, and look how brightening this is. Hang on, let me blend it a bit. It's like super, super brightening, and it's really like, it's thin. It doesn't crease really badly or anything. And it makes me feel like I wear less concealer because I've already got that like pre-brightening layer underneath. And I kind of use it just to highlight that whole area. And it's slightly pink, which goes with my pink setting powders that I like. Really liking that. And then to actually conceal, I'm just gonna use a little bit of concealer. I'm trying to use things that I don't use that often. Let's use the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer in the shade 30. I like this, but I don't love it. I really don't tend to reach for it because I feel like it doesn't give me as much coverage as I like, but using it in conjunction with the corrector is like a really nice amount of coverage. It's really good. It doesn't crease too badly at all, and it does last all day. It's literally only lacking in like the coverage, so I think I found a way to love it, which is nice. I like to let it sit because this concealer does set, so I like to let it set a little bit because I feel like it adds more coverage. I start on the places where I'm just brightening and don't need coverage really. So that's like under my cheekbone. I just take excess, I don't add extra product down there. And then I go to my under eyes, and then I'll finish on my nose because I like it to stay, you know, kind of in a line because it's a highlight and it helps guide your contour. And now we're a nice blank canvas. Time to add some definition back to this plate face. Predictably, we're using the Fenty Beauty Cream Bronzer in the shade 04 Honey Glaze. So we're just adding some warmth with this. And I love this bronzer because it is buildable. So you can go really heavy with it and really build up that color, or go a little bit lighter just to add that little bit of color. I start really high up at my temple and I pull it like onto my cheek. We contour in a minute. I contour with my powder. Under that jaw, down the neck. It's a great bronzer for the body as well. So just warm up my chesticles a little bit. And then the final cream product on my skin, I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury Tinted Love Lip Tint in the shade Bohemian Kiss, which is my lip product for Project 10 Pan, but it's a tint, so you can also use it on your cheeks. So I can use it twice on my face a day. Very clever. And one of you little geniuses said, because I said it's annoying that you can't see the product, you can't tell, or I even can't tell how much I've actually used. And one of you commented like you should weigh it every week or every month when you do your check-in. And I thought that was genius. So I need to remember to do that. Like, I should have done that this morning, but I need to remember to do that so then I can see actually how much product I've used as like a benchmark. I thought that was a really good idea. So you guys, you're full of good ideas. Bringing it over the nose for a lovely little blushy glow. Rockateur, which is my 10 pound blush, is actually quite sheer. I realise now, because I wore it last night, I realise now why I got through so much of it. I did really like it, but it's also a really sheer blush. So I was I was swirling to use it last night, which is why I went through it so quickly. So having a little bit of a blushy base, because I do love a lot of blush, putting this cream underneath, I think is gonna help the product pop. But isn't that such a pretty blush? I think I'm gonna use my classic, my Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Cake under my eyes. Come on, ooh. Hello, you're happy to see me. And then I'm using a powder puff and I just use this underneath my eyes to set my concealer. Such a good powder, I love it. I also set my nose with this, which I love. It is very fragrance though, so setting your nose with it is quite intense. But it's just such a smoothing powder. And it's nice also if your undertone of your foundation is a little bit dodge, like if it's a little bit too yellow for you at that time, it's good to use a little pink powder because the pink neutralizes the yellow. I'm so excited to go to the cinema. I haven't been in ages. Like, I used to go to the cinema every week. Me and Arms were talking about this. We both, obviously not together because we didn't know each other, we both used to go to the cinema basically every single week. Like, we're big film people. I went a couple of times on my own when I was single and it was fun. Like, I did really like going on my own because you can kind of take your sweets in and have like 2 hours of alone time and just sit and be entertained. I definitely didn't do it as much as when I would go on like date night. Both said that we want to try and go see like a couple of films a month. I think it's going to be a really fun little new tradition, especially because Arms is kind of not drinking this year. I'm not really drinking half as much. So like going to the pub and stuff isn't really an option for us. I mean, it is, we could just go and have a Coke. You know, like going out for drinks and stuff isn't really something that we're gonna do as much this year. So having like a little sober date night, I think will be really nice. To set the rest of my skin, I am going in with the MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC30. He's on his last legs, people. He is on his last legs. Have to like get it right in that corner. Just gonna set all of those creams. I'm really quickly gonna throw on some brows. I'm gonna use my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Auburn, and then top that off with the Benefit 24-hour brow set. And then I'll be right back and we'll do some eyes. Hiya, I just scurried off to go make myself a cuppa because I was imagining all of you guys sat there with your cups of tea watching this video, and I was like, oh yeah, that'll go down really nice right now. Really hot. Really hot. Okay, it is time to contour. This is Benefit's Hoola bronzer. Give her a good swirl. And I'm gonna contour my cheeks. I actually stopped using Hoola bronzer, the original bronzer, on my cheeks. I have been contouring more with bronze shades, but I forgot how nice it is on the cheek. It's a much cooler color. Usually I use Hoola Caramel on my cheeks, but actually using a cream bronzer to add that warmth and then using this to contour is much softer and also adds more of like a natural looking shadow rather than a line of bronzer on your cheek. And yeah, it's a really great contour shade. And I think if I just solely use this on my nose, then I'll never get through it, ever. And then of course, using the NARS Eater brush, contouring the nose. I also like, for makeup bag reasons, I would carry this and only use it as a nose contour. It's such a huge product, especially because this is the old packaging. They've obviously repackaged it so that it's a much narrower box. So when I eventually repurchase it, I'll get a smaller unit. But for now, I would just carry this just to contour my nose, and it just was, it was just so much space for such a tiny thing. So yeah, now I use it on my cheeks again, like the good old days. And I also pull this up into my inner crease as well. I always do this. This is the same literally every day. Oh, she's chiseled. She is chiseled to shit. All right, where is it? Oh, where is it? I put it in my makeup drawer. My products go to die. Time for blush, obviously. Benefit Rocketeur. Back-to-back Benefit, baby. No. And this is what I mean. Like, I really go in. Look how sheer it is. See? It goes like in the bristles, so I buff it, and like the more you buff, the more it builds the product up, which means you can really go in with the product. So actually, I don't think it's going to take me quite as long as I thought it was going to take me to use. You do really swirl. And this goes on the tops of my cheekbones, but isn't that such a pretty colour? It's much warmer than what I've been wearing typically recently. And especially with that Charlotte Tilbury tint underneath, it really adds that like warm glow rather than like that really contrasting hot pink that I do love so much. I'll use it obviously sometimes. I'm not going to use these every day, but most days. And let's go a little bit on the temple as well, just for that sun-kissed glow on those sunny days. Actually, to be fair, it's such a sunny day today. Like, it's the weather. Sorry to talk about the weather, it's the most boring topic in the world. In the UK at the moment, it is miserable. Like, it has been grey, raining, freezing. It's been so cold. Today, it's beautiful, clear blue skies. I cannot see one cloud. Bright blue, really, really sunny, but really, really cold. It's like a proper crisp winter sunny day. It's actually a really lovely, lovely day. I love this kind of weather. So that is basically the base done. I'm gonna spritz my face. I'm actually running really low on all of my setting mists, which I didn't think about. So I may actually not have a setting spray later on this year because I'm literally using them all up because I use so much. Anyway, I'm going to use the Mario Badescu Skincare Facial Spray, which isn't a setting spray, it's a hydrating mist, but for me, they are one and the same. I just like having... I use setting spray to add hydration and moisture back to the skin, rather than to like really set my makeup. It's more just to add some glow back. Oh, so good. What a lovely base. The time has come for eyeshadow. I'm obviously using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. It is so beaten up, it's absolutely battered. So I'm trying to use as many shades as I can every day from this palette. So I'm starting with Tempera. And I'm actually gonna use this. Look how pigmented it is. My camera cut off and I don't know when it did, but basically what I'm saying is I'm taking Tempera as a base over the lid, and this is so pigmented that you barely have to use any product, which is great because it means that you don't use it quickly, but for the purpose of a Project 10 pan, not so much, you know? And actually I regret using this because it's got sheen in it. I forgot it wasn't matte. It's actually quite shimmery. Oh well, this is very 90s, just like a wash of like a shimmery white basically over the lid. Wow, wasn't the vibe I was planning, but this is the vibe that I'm getting. Now I need to add some shape back into the crease, so I'm starting with Orange Soda, one of the 10 pan colors, and I'm just basically gonna reinstall that crease that I just completely washed out using that first color. It's fine. It's fine. Like sorbet shade. What's it called? Orange soda. Yeah, sorbet. Makes sense. I'm bringing that in the inner corner too. A wash of warmth. And then I'm taking burnt orange, getting up in there to add a tiny bit more depth. Pulling it out as ever, up to the brow. You know the drill. I just nearly dropped it. Imagine if I smashed all of them. I nearly dropped it again. I'm gonna add a teeny little bit more depth with sienna. I'm basically just trying to use all of the colors. And this, I'm just gonna tap on the outer V and blend it up into that crease. I'm not gonna wear a winged liner. Instead, I'm gonna use mulberry as a soft wing. So I'm just taking like a fluffy angled brush. This is a lip brush from Vive, but I'm gonna use this as my liner today to make it a little bit more daytime-esque. And also, I'm aware that a lot of people, this is like night out makeup. Whenever I do like a daytime look, this is like day to night because we're going to the cinema at 4, the film's 3 hours, and then we're going out for dinner. So it would also be like, I'll be at dinner at nighttime. My battery died. It's been about 15 minutes. So I just had a little FaceTime with my mate, had a little gossip, and we're back, baby. I did one eye. This is the vibe. It is a little bit more dramatic than I was planning, but I got a little bit carried away. I love this color. This mulberry color is absolutely stunning. I'm actually really happy that it is one of my 10 pan colors because it's gonna make me wear it more, and I think it makes my eyes look really green. Nice and deep at the lash line, and then I'm kind of smoking it out, but I'm not smoking it out loads. I am keeping it somewhat like a liner. I do feel very dressed up to go to the cinema, I'm not gonna lie. But I just have to remind myself, we're going for dinner. Oh, we're going for dinner afterwards. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I don't know where we're going. I'm excited to go for dinner. I want some nice food. They aren't even at all, but once I get mascara on, it'll be fine. Because of the shape of my eyes, the like cat eye trend just doesn't really work on me because I've got such round eyes and a really kind of rounded inner corner. There's no natural point to it. When I put a point there, it has to be really big and it makes my eyes look massive, and it is just a bit too much. So the way that I do it is just on the top. I just bring it into the inner corner on the top half here, and it kind of creates a similar like effect without like extending it out of the eye. Do you know what I mean? But it is very sultry, and I like it with this like burgundy color instead of a black or a brown. I think it makes it a little bit softer. And then on the lower lash line, I'm just going to take sienna, like a really, really small little bit of sienna. That was even more than I was planning. Kind of connecting it just really softly like that. I'm just taking that first really pale shade and I am gonna highlight, softly highlight the inner corner. Because yeah, it's not entirely matte. It adds like a glow, but it's not like a shimmery inner corner. I reckon I might hit pan on tempera, you know, because it's a really nice brow bone highlight. Got that glow to it, so it really brightens the brow bone in the inner corner, but it's not really shimmery. I like that. I like that. Maybe this would be nice as a... Ooh, oh, because it's an eyeshadow and it has like pigment to it. That's a really nice nose highlight. Ooh. Oh my god. This is why I love doing this and playing with products I never use anymore, because it makes you find reasons to love it in different ways. I reckon I'm gonna hit pan on that before I hit pan on the others. Do I want to add something to the lid? I quite like it being like a soft lid. I'm going to leave the lid as it is. Adding something to the lid would be too much. Let's highlight. Let's go in with Becca Opal. Something I did forget about Opal is it's actually got a slightly deeper base colour to it than the ones highlights I usually use. So actually when I'm pale, it's a bit too deep for me. So I'm gonna have to keep up my fake tan while I do this, I think. It looks a bit ashy. I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand. Is anyone else obsessed with Flowers, Miley Cyrus's new song? I mean, everyone is, but I'm a huge Miley Cyrus fan. I just love her. I love every generation of Miley Cyrus. I just love that she's always evolving and like always changing. I've been a fan for a very long time, before it was cool. I feel like people are just starting to understand her now and like why she does what she does. I just love her. Yeah, I just love her. I really love her a lot. That's my little love note to Miley Cyrus. I'm gonna go in with the bronzer because I did say that's a sub goal. Let's just see. Just adding a little bit of warmth. While I'm here, while I'm using it, I might as well whack it on. It's time for the final spray. I think I spray my face like 5 times when I do my makeup. This is the big one because it's the last one. I really like to spray my face after I've done my highlighter when I wear a powder highlight, because it makes it look less like it's sat on top of the skin. Because that's why I like cream highlights. It like blends in with the products on your skin and it adds the powders on your face that glowy texture back. Whereas when you just put a powder highlight on top of more powder, it doesn't do that same effect that I like so much. So spraying it kind of helps mesh it all together. I really like how this has turned out, you know? I'll do my lips while my skin dries and then I'll do my mascara last, because you want your face to be completely dry when you do your mascara, otherwise it'll smudge. You love me better, I can love me better, baby. The good thing about going for a lip tint for my Project 10 pan is A, I can use it on my cheeks as well, but also, oh, I'm cold, goosebumps. Does anyone else get goosebumps on their face, like really obviously? It looks like really severe skin texture. You see? All the little hairs on my face stick up. It is really cold in here. Yeah, the good thing about the lip tint is A, I can use it on my cheeks as well, but also because it's a sheer color, I can manipulate the color really easily. Wearing different lip liners pulls out different parts of the color. So today I'm gonna go for a brown lip pencil and I'm gonna put a gloss on top. So this is Bark from Vive. Then of course, going in with the lip tint. And it's such a wearable colour. It's just like my stomach just rumbled. Slightly deeper version of my own lip colour. Just like one light coat just to tint the lip. You can really build it up. It's just such a lovely, soft, everyday colour, but you can really change it and make it look different. It's a very versatile product, which I really like. And I'm gonna put a little bit of gloss on. I'm gonna use Vive Lip Dew in Rosa. And this is gonna bring out the pink in this lip colour, rather than the like brown, so it will go a little bit better with the eyes. But I can make it look super orange if I use a different lip liner. It's great. Some nice juicy porn star lips. Lol, I did a brand deal once with a makeup brand. In the video I put a lip gloss on and I was like, oh yeah, it gives you the perfect juicy porn star lips, and they were like, please can you edit that out? I was like, okay. But this video isn't sponsored, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. Speaking of porn, I'm just joking. I'm gonna use my Diego de la Palma, my Toy Boy mascara, my favorite. And this will finish off the look. Before and after. Isn't that mascara so good? It's slept on, it really is. Oh no. Just let it dry. Flick it off with a Q-tip or a spoolie, it's fine. Let me just try. There we go. Oh, that was pretty easy. Oh, that wasn't satisfying at all. Oh God. Ah! She's ready. Okay, let's put on. She's going for a dad blazer vibe tonight, I think. The blazer is on. She's ready to go. She's ready to hit the town. And that is the finished look. Arms will be here in 10 minutes, so I have a little bit of time to, you know, zhuzh, spray some perfume. This is like a medium level glam. There's gonna be more natural ones. There's gonna be way more dramatic ones coming your way, but I thought I would start with a nice kind of date night evening look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing me use the I hope you enjoyed seeing me use the 10 pan products. I love them so much. I love this look. I'm really happy with it. I like that I'm doing these videos because I'm gonna have like an arsenal of looks that I know I can do really quickly. So that's great. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, let me know down below if you've got any video requests that you would like to see from me. And also let me know what you think of the look. Would you wear this on date night? I'm sure you'd look lovely. Have the best day, you guys. Thanks for watching again. Make sure to subscribe if you are new here. I'd love to have you join us. Love to have you follow my little 10 pan journey. Give this video give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, because it actually really does help me out and helps new people find us. So yeah, see you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah. Mwah.